Rondo, I finna slam dunk. Get big on you fake pumps. That pump ain't no fake pump. Bitch fell for the pump fake. Got him talking like first take. Get it right on the first take. Hit the hole in the first take.
Nah, Sable cool though. That's just him, man. Shameless start. I don't know how you want to start it, man, because it's a joint thing. So I don't know how to
it's
start
whatever,
this.
bro. You know,
I don't know if I say
I
more than
love
Masters,
me a cool ass collab. More than sit
Slim.
down.
I don't
Slim.
know. Like you more than Slim now. I tell you that. Like, you
yeah. What Shawty told me on Instagram? She said I'm gonna start calling you thick wildin' again.
But I said you might not be Slim, but you still wildin' though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. That's funny, man. Like to me, like, and just to tell listeners how this came about. Anybody listening on Minds and on Slim platform today, we real big on content, media, and stuff, right? So today I woke up and I seen that Samuel L. Jackson was on the Breakfast Club. Now I don't know anybody a big Samuel L. Jackson fan, but to me, he's somebody that don't do a lot of interviews. He do a lot of movies though. He don't do a lot of interviews, so certain people you want to hear speak. Almost like I don't think people knew how smart Dame Dash was until he came to the Breakfast Club that one time and spazzed on everybody. Like, 'cause you never seen anybody really get Charlamagne or get them out their element. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I watched it and like it was dope. Like I like Jungle Fever. I like everything he was in. Die Hard. Like all the movies he been in. I don't think he get a lot of credit as an actor for one. We always name top 5, but I ain't saying nobody don't say Samuel L. Jackson. And I'm not saying he is a top 5 actor, but he got to be in somebody's favorite somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's definitely one of my favorites.
He been in mad movies.
Yeah.
He was in Goodfellas. You know how many black people was in Goodfellas? I mean, they killed him though, but still, he was in there.
How many people was in Goodfellas? How many black people?
Black, probably 3. He was the one that, and all 3 of them probably got killed.
Uh-huh.
So, and I ain't noticed that until I was older. I'm like, oh, that's Samuel L. Jackson. Like, they not promoting him. He bigger than all of them now.
He was in a lot of movies, and then like when he was talking about it on the Breakfast Club, and he was saying how, like, you know, if they can't get Denzel or they can't get Cool Jr. or Lawrence Fishburne, they hit me up, and I was like, dang, dog, you know that?
That's funny, but it take a lot of I don't know what the word is, like
class.
Yeah, to be okay with that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't have a lot of good things to say about Denzel. They say that he played the same role in every movie he played.
Yeah,
I don't give him slack for that. I mean, I feel like if you can make a character you every time you act and you getting paid for it, get your money. That's just me though.
I mean, Samuel L. Jackson, he kind of played the same role too sometimes.
He either funny, mean, or stupid. That's it. Like,
or Shaft.
Yeah. Now that part was funny, bro. Cause they asked him what Shaft is better, 1, 2, or 3. I guess they were trying to make a double entendre with dicks over that shit. Was just funny as hell. He was like, the more Shaft, the better. That shit had me weak, man. But nonetheless, like that made me. I was like, yo, I'm inspired. It's very rare. I see, and content wise, like, whether it's on a local level, a big national level, when I see good content, it makes me want to go record right then and there. I don't know why. It makes me want to call a guest up and be like, yo.
I feel the same way.
So that's why we're doing it today. Like, seeing that made me want to record. I'm like, nah, I got to record. And so we can get into it now. Me and you, we have very similar content and similar approach in our content. I think that's why we hit it off when we first met, because we had the same goal, same drive. And I'm be honest with you, right? A lot of times I try to research an artist or maybe even somebody that's do spoken word or rap, directing, whatever they're doing that I'm interviewing them for. I try to go look at other interviews they have, and a lot of times you'll find like people don't know how to interview. People they have the platform, but they don't know how to really interview. Like and you got some shows or podcast shows, whatever you want to call it, where their goal is not to interview, but to have you on and just be a part of what they're doing. But then you got some platforms that is supposed to interview, and they just don't do a good job. Like, I don't learn nothing. It's like it's just like business as usual. When you start rapping, how long you been rapping? Like, whoa, it's the same question.
So where does your name come from?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, my name's Jamal, so they call me Tall Mal. I'm tall, so you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no research being done. So I guess for you, you can go first or whatever. Like, what's your approach when you about to do a podcast or interview somebody?
All right, so I just started interviewing not too long ago. I've been podcasting probably 9 months now. But interviews, I've been doing interviews only like 3 months. When I first started, I was doing that too. I was putting that trash out there. Like, where did your name come from? All that. And I literally would come home. I would come home every time from doing an interview and I would watch it. And if I start dozing off, I was like, oh, that was a trash interview. Now I kind of figured out like where my lane is. Like, I'm a podcaster, so every interview from now on is going to be a podcast. That's what it's going to be.
And but that's another thing. I think that people confuse, and that's another thing. People confuse podcasts with everything else. Like some things are just shows. Like you have a show.
Yeah.
It's not a podcast. Or you need to be on radio. It's not really a podcast. Like, and I'm not to say that I'm the podcast expert, but we've been doing it for a good minute. Podcast, technically speaking, it should be mainly audio. But if you're doing video, you have to give it the time, so that's fine. But it should be some platform where I can find your podcast without actually seeing you and you be able to hear it. That's number one. Number two, it has to be some kind of informative thing. Like it has to be some kind of catch to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't just be you talking with a gang of people and thinking that's a podcast. That's just a block conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's not really a podcast.
And bro, it's crazy how many people don't know the difference between an interview and a podcast. It's like there's a huge difference, but for some reason people
like
don't
understand
it. Oh yeah, for sure. Like even people in media, like the way the Breakfast Club is structured, that's strictly an interview. They're talking about that person. They're going back and forth with questions that's pre-planned. They have the sheets that they prepared beforehand, and then you'll listen to the same person that was on that interview on Brilliant Idiots or on Lip Service, and it's a whole nother thing. It's a podcast. They're talking about topics, and everybody's giving their 2 cents in.
And I would say that a podcast, like if you have somebody on your podcast, I don't think you did your due diligence if I can listen and didn't learn nothing from that person. Mm-hmm. I should either learn something that I like about them or dislike about them, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Something new.
Or something. Yeah, something golden, some kind of gem. You should get something from them. Like you had Sabo on. We can talk about Sabo. I don't mind talking about him. Certain artists I'm not gonna talk about, but he's a cool one.
Shout out Sabo.
I listened to yours, and I remember I did Sabo earlier this year too, and it's two totally different podcasts. Like you can learn something from yours and from mine. So like I know one of mine. I remember he was in the military, got kicked out because he was smoking whatever, and then like. But you learned something totally different on yours, like his mind on other topics. You know what I'm saying? I like that y'all did that. So even though it wasn't technically speaking a podcast, to me it was like you did best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's when I started doing that too.
But that was, and I don't know
literally
if you could,
that interview is when I figured it out. Like okay, you know what? And I told him beforehand. I was like, bro, this time I'm doing something totally different, and from now on, this how I'm doing it.
He didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, he was like, oh man, well come on, let's get. But
he be down with anything. And it's very rare you going. That's another thing. So the guests, you have to make sure you pick the right guest.
I thought about that on that Samuel Jackson interview too. I was like, sometimes the guest can make the interview off rip. Like you don't have to do much work. You ask a simple question and they can give you a amazing answer. I'm
trying to think. So you think of some of the best Breakfast Club interview, or even let's say a Joe Budden interview. I like when Chance Rapper's on there. I like when Chance is on there. How he answers them questions. I think Joe Budden need to have more guests, but that's another topic. But Pusha T, I like. Think so. Well, I only say that because I liked when them Saturday ones. Like it's when they drop 2 podcasts a week. I only like one of them. The other one, I feel like they do it, but it's just because it's contractual now. Mm-hmm. As opposed to before, they were doing it because they like to do it. Like when they went to 2, at first I was liking it. Like, all right, cool, it's going good. But now it's like I don't know. Sometimes, and maybe because Joe Budden going through what he's going through, it seems like they're not interested as much as they used to be. But I like Maul. Maul is he Maul every time.
Maul is on point.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't think they should have guests on is because I'm gonna just be honest, dog. They don't have their podcast set up for guests. They're real goofy. Sometimes they're really cheesy. That's not the scene for a rapper. Rapper has their little egos.
But I think it depends. I think if it's a rapper, I think they do well because Joe Budden's a rapper. He knows a lot of inside stuff. So he'll know how to ask a question and trying to get it out of you. Like, okay, you don't like Drake. I know that. Yeah. But you would like to listen to Drake on Joe Budden podcast. Like, I think that
I would like to see Drake on any platform right now because I've never seen him.
Yeah. It kind of sucks when you're that big. You ain't got to do no interview. It's like I like him. See, I like him.
It's
but
horrible,
I do
bro.
I'm the same.
It sucks like when you're that big and you honestly have that free range. So it's like you don't even have to give the people what they want. You give the people what you want to give them, and that's not fair. That's selfish. Because Hove has a Breakfast Club interview, and you ain't Hove. Matter of fact, I got into a debate last night about Drake. My bad, dog.
No, we good.
I always get off on the tangent.
This is good money.
Bro, I always get off on the
So we here
tangent when the word Drake pops up.
Well, I did that.
Last night, bro, me and my homeboy, shout out Quelo Smoke. My homeboy Quelo Smoke, bro. We was talking about Lil Wayne, and I was like, yeah, man, like it's crazy. Lil Wayne sold, 1 million records in a week, 2 albums in a row. I was like, man, you don't hear no rapper doing that. I like those are pop star numbers, and a rapper did it. And then here come Damo, bald dumbass. Drake do numbers like that. I was like, bro, first off, I said rapper. Second off,
you don't think Drake a rapper?
Yeah, second off, Drake doesn't do numbers like that. He was like, how much you think Scorpion did? I was like, I don't know, 500,000, I don't know. He was like, it did 700,000. I was like, that's not 1 million.
No, I think, and then also I think Scorpion did 9 something, but that's still not 1 million. That's that's under 1 million.
Yeah,
we
Wayne did a million, then he did 9 something.
Yeah, he did. That's how it was. Only other rapper that did millions was 50 did 1 million. Eminem did 1 million.
It was Martha Masters too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We was talking about that last night. We was trying to figure it out. I knew.
And then he wasn't the first ones, but that did it. And then 50 did it. I don't know how he did it almost twice, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Massacre sold almost 1 million.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Get Rich or Die Trying is Diamond.
Yeah, but that's one of them things where like back then it wasn't common to sell 1 million your first week. You know what I'm saying? But it also wasn't common to sell that many records.
The biggest factor back then was these were physical copies.
Yeah, man. Back in the days, man, you had to really you had to be outside. You had to go outside and buy that. You know what I'm saying?
And then, bruh, swing back around to the media topic we talking about. Those folks had to go on press runs, and I ain't talking about just no hit up Breakfast Club, hit up Hot 97, do a podcast. No, these folks had to go on press runs for months, bro.
Hey, let me tell you right now, it's so easy to do a press run right now because you gotta go. If you want to do a press run, Piametry, you do this. You pick out of a certain category. So you pick Big Boy for your LA press run, or the LA Leakers. You go to both of those. Go to Hot 97 Breakfast Club, both of those. I don't think you can come to Georgia, really. You ain't got to come to Georgia, I don't think.
Nah, not at all.
You don't come to Georgia. That's it, really.
Everybody in Atlanta.
And do somebody podcast.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
If you stay in LA, this would be the perfect press run. If you stay in LA, go to Big Boy radio station.
Of course.
Get on with Joe Rogan.
That's true, yeah.
If you get on Joe Rogan, you good.
You good.
And then go ahead and fly to New York.
Yep.
Go to the Breakfast Club. Go to Hot 97. And then take your ass home.
And then in one of those, make sure something is controversial. You get to go.
A headline.
I would say if you go into the Breakfast Club, make sure. I'll be so upset if I went to the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne God wasn't there.
Bro, they've been slipping.
Those are the worst. And no disrespect to GJ Envy or Angelique, because I got respect for people that have been in this business for a long time now. So I used to say Envy trash. I don't think anybody trash no more. I just say you're not my cup of tea.
Bro, let's talk about that. The Breakfast Club.
But it was an interview one time. I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was HaHa Davis. I can't think of who it was.
I think he got 2 on there, don't he?
Yeah, but this particular one, Charlamagne. Oh, Diddy's son. It was Diddy's son.
Oh,
and he came in that last fight, and the last fight was like amazing. I'm like,
He asked him something about being shirtless.
Yeah, and it's like,
people.
why did y'all ask these questions?
It was night and day from
why Charlamagne had to come here for the room light up? I feel like the light just even got brighter. I don't know if they cut a light on or what, but like everything just got better when he came.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something about the Breakfast Club that I've learned podcasting. Once you've been doing something with someone over a long period of time, that chemistry just clicks. That's what I told you about you and Carlton.
Right.
That chemistry just clicks, and that's why. Of course, I've been thinking like, dang, if I had a co-host, I'd be straight. Because, bro, I'm not a selfish person. I don't even use the word co-host.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna tell you this, not because you're in front of people have said it before. People ask me like, why are you and Slim? And I said, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we be so busy. If we did something like that, it'd be a wrap. But we be so busy, it's like we have to control our own thing first. I always say, if it's something that come up and it come up and organically, that's perfectly fine. But like what you got going on, and especially the rate you going right now, how you going, and what I got going on, if we did it, we wouldn't give it enough attention. I don't want to do it that way. We need to give it.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
At least I feel like if I gave 50%, you gave 50%, we'd be good with that. But I know if we really pan down and did something, it'd be a wrap.
Oh yeah, it'd be
a wrap. It wouldn't be nothing for nobody. It wouldn't be room for nobody. Nobody would like us for one. I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody would like us.
Especially the topics I be hitting on. Like, bro, we were talking about it earlier.
Can you imagine your topics and then like, they think they get comfortable when I ask them some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't gonna like it. they gonna like it, but they not. I don't know. It's nowhere to run.
Bruh, last week I had to prepare my homeboy because the podcast I did with him, I did that right before I went to Mexico. I went to Jacksonville. I kicked it with him for like a day, and then I went to Mexico like the next day. And I had already had those topics prepared. Like I'm talking about like 3 months ago. So
Damn.
we did that, and I told him like as soon as I got in Mexico, I was texting him. I was drinking at the bar, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm about to get on Facebook tomorrow morning." And I'm about to ask a question. I'm about to be like, have y'all changed the definition of racism?
That was the funniest status I seen all last week.
He was like, bruh, that post is gonna go ham. I was like, yeah. And when I get done, I'm gonna post a link to the video.
Like I said, and that's why you talking about partnership and stuff like. That's why I say like people don't understand the concept. And this, I guess, we really ain't doing a runaround because we kind of went back to the whole thing of podcasting and you have to somehow, some way promote something like. So if it's me asking the question, something like that, controversial, people asking it, "Oh, you stupid," shit, like how people come at you sometimes. I don't know why, but I don't know what you did. Before I knew you, I know you said you was bad, but people really don't like you sometimes.
That?
Yeah, they be like,
dog.
"You stupid." I'm like, "Damn,
bro,
you stupid."
Bro, you seen one of my homeboys, and like he said this. Like normally when my homeboys comment on my stuff on social media, they joking. Not him. He's for real. He told me before, and I'm talking about Fat Cam. He told me before straight up. He was like, "Slim, you're the reason why I know that people with college degrees are stupid."
That's crazy. That's funny.
He really thinks
crazy.
I'm dumb. And I'd be like, dang, bro, that's wild.
That's your homeboy, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like my homeboy, bro, he thinks I'm dumb. Matter of fact, I just told his uncle that today. His uncle took me to tow a car this morning, and we was talking about him, and I was like, yeah, man, like the craziest thing is he thinks I'm really dumb, and I like, but a lot of people think that, like they'll hear me talk about the racism thing and be like, oh, you're dumb and you're racist, and I'm like, you don't understand.
People
I'm just having a conversation y'all scared to have.
People think you're dumb when you don't conform to their ideologies. You know what I'm saying? Like because you didn't conform to what they believe is right.
Yeah.
Because that's all they know. And because you have more education, so you know a little bit more, you're dumb now.
Yeah.
You know how they say more is less. More education you got, the dumber you look to somebody that don't have as much education.
Well, bro, you know what's funny about it? Maybe 92% of the people that I talk to, and matter of fact, I'll go a little deeper. Maybe 94% of the people that was on that post were dumb. So it's not a big deal to me. Like I know where I'm at mentally. I have to play I have to play dumb to make them feel more comfortable so they'll show how stupid they really are. Like I gotta hold back a couple punches and just be like, oh man, well, what about this or what about that? Because the conversation is simple. Like,
right.
Oh, like, okay, they'll say something stupid like, oh, you don't understand the ideology and you make it a implementation of systematic oppression. And it's like, bro, that's what we're talking about.
For the people that maybe didn't hear mine on my platform, like, what was your answer to that question about can black people be racist?
I think it's impossible. Even if you bring up Nazi Germany and all these other events in history, when you type in the word racism, events are going to pop up. This is the example I love to give. If I'm a slave and I'm tied to a tree, and the master is beating me with a whip, and I turn around and call him a cracker, we're both racist.
That's a funny. I mean, that's not a funny example. That's
real.
I get the example.
Like I turn around and call him a racial slur. Now we're both racist.
What about today then? What about today? Like, it's no trees and no whips and nothing like that.
So today,
but I call white people cracker all the time.
Yeah, but sometimes they act in that manner. So it's appropriate. So an
I
example,
can fight. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like,
bro. An example of today's society, a perfect example would be the war on drugs. Like, why were people getting 10 years for a gram of crack, and people were getting a year for a gram of coke, and they the same substance?
That's true. That's
it's the same thing, bro. And just like today, I was scrolling through Facebook and I seen everyone posting that flyer to Sunset Apartments. You know, of course, there's some Augusta
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But Sunset Apartments, and they were showing how the rent was like $295 for a 5-bedroom project apartment or whatever. Whoop. And they were like, yeah, this is so crazy. Y'all need to know about y'all history and whoop. I'm like, yeah, that has everything to do with the topic I was talking about with racism. And y'all don't know y'all history. I don't even know why y'all were posting that.
But and I guess to go to your point, people like I always feel like you can learn something. Like, you don't have to agree with somebody. You can still learn something. So
yeah,
the minute you call somebody dumb, not you, but like take people in stab with saying, nah, that's dumb, Just see where they coming from first, and then we both could be wrong. We both could be right. Just because you feel one way and I feel one way, that don't mean that you wrong and I'm right, or vice versa. It just means that you looking at it one way, I'm looking another way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think people have that in them to like that to debate healthy. It's like you gotta believe what I'm saying or you stupid. Like, that's it. It's like it's no in between. It's like you saying yes, I'm saying no. What I'm saying is right though, so you dumb. That's crazy to me. Like,
see, bro, what they also didn't understand is that conversation was technically up for debate because I asked a question.
Yeah.
But there, of course, there is no right or wrong answer. But it's like I'm giving you how I feel. So tell me how you feel and make it make sense and have some facts behind it. Nobody had facts behind it.
When you say make it make sense, that changed the whole narrative of how somebody answer.
Yeah.
Sometimes people know the answer, but they can't make it make sense.
Bro, that conversation literally lasted, I want to say, days. And I made a post because the people that were like strongly debating me on it, I noticed a trend. The trend was either they were in an interracial relationship or they were mixed. So this how it ended.
The conflict of interest. That's what it was.
Yes, bro. So this how it ended. Monday morning, I woke up and somebody from the Post DM'd me, and he was going in, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm just gonna be real with you. I got a podcast I'm trying to push, bro. That conversation is over. I got like 10 more."
That shit was yesterday, my nigga.
I was like, I got 10 more. I'm ready with y'all attention span.
Hey, share the link. I don't care what you talking about, bro.
That's what I did too, bro. I'll show you when we get done recording, bro. Man, shout out to him though. But anyway, so I was like, you know what? It was early in the morning too, and I ain't had to do nothing for like another hour. I was like, I got time today. So we got into the healthy debate, and bro, you know how it ended?
How's that?
It ended with me telling him, I was like, all right, bro, I'm tired of bullshitting with you and us playing who's smarter than who game. I'm about to just go ahead and keep it real with you. I said, bro, I'm gonna explain to you the best way I can why your view on this topic is closed-minded. I said it's closed-minded because you're a mixed kid. You grew up not black enough. You grew up not white enough. I said, what you experienced in life, you called racism because the black kids were calling you names and beating you up. That was not racism. That was bullying. I was like, this is what racism is. And I explained it to him. I said, don't get me wrong. What they did was wrong. What they did to you, it was wrong, but it was not racism.
You schooled them and sympathized with them. Like, they was wrong what they did to you. Trust me, man. All right? What they did was wrong.
Hey, it did.
You need to be punished for that.
I kind of killed her with the like, but
that's funny.
If you would have been being yourself, that would have never happened to you, bro.
What you just said made a perfect sense of, and I don't know if people say this a lot of times, like, I ain't going to use this in life. I ain't going to use this in life. When you say make it make sense, that mean, or explain your answer, when people say younger, like, I don't need math. When a teacher asks you to show your work, this is the reason why. They prepare you in life. So when you think doing that 9 plus 2 in parentheses 3, 2 times 6, whatever, you don't want to show your work to come with the answer, this is why. Because you got a problem here. I need you to solve it. You got the answer. I need to know why you feel that way. So if I ask you if it's racism or whatever I'm asking you, and you can't give me an answer to tell me why you come, then you don't need to talk. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it don't count. I love the teacher did that when I was younger. Show your work or it don't count. I like that.
And bruh,
if I can't show my work, I don't know the answer.
I don't even know if people know this. I'm really good at debating, dog. Like, really good.
And I think that's why we do what we do. And I think that's why we big Joe Budden fans too, because he's amazing at debating. I'm not hearing debate with Maul and sometimes I want to say so much. I'm like, yo, they can't really debate. How? I don't get it. Like,
yeah,
it's just easy. It's easy. I'm not saying, not to say like I'm manipulative or something like that, but it's easy to manipulate the mind when you're debating. I know words. I know what words mean.
It's all psychology.
I'm starting using bigger words. You're not gonna know what I mean. Like, I'll ask somebody something today.
But that's people go-to move. Like on that post, one person kept saying, yeah, he kept talking about ideologies, and he was like, I don't think you know what that is. I was like, bro, we have to get past that. We both know what that is, bro. I don't care how many sociology books you've read. We
You
have
know
to
what?
get past that. We both know what that.
That's
what
somebody that
sociology
can't answer
is.
the question and can't win that debate. So you're trying to win a debate on a word. Like,
Yeah.
you know what this word mean, but I do though. So we're gonna
And the
move past
funniest
that.
thing about that is I talked to him in person one time in my life, and the conversation that we had was about that exact topic. And that's when I realized, like, that's probably one of the only books he ever read in his life.
Oh no,
Because we literally talk about that
love
topic.
saying that. Like, I read this. Hey, bro, I don't care what book you read. I'm gonna tell you right now. My answer ain't gonna change because you tell me you read that book. I'm gonna tell you
Yes,
right
bro.
now. You could have read 10 books.
Man,
I've been through it 10 times.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you a quick funny situation. One time I got into a debate with these group of girls, and it was on their podcast, and they were talking about what was they talking about? It was my first time ever debating that over sexuality thing. This was like right before New Year's.
Remember you told me, yep.
Yeah, and bruh, the debate ended with me walking out because one of the girls was like, I bet you don't know about spirituality. And I just looked at my homeboy in the room and I was like, spirituality? I said, what the hell? And I just got up. I was like, hey, bro, you want to get on this mic? I'm about to go outside and smoke a stogie, bro.
You can't debate with everybody, bro. Like, it's just certain things you just can't. And that's why I troll on Facebook. A lot of times I don't even comment back, but I'm not like, you're right, bro. I'm not commenting with you because I'm not going back and forth with niggas, bro. I just, something I can't do, man. Sometimes I don't mind, but about music, I'll do it. Because I know I'm going to win a debate all the time. Because nobody's going to win a debate about music. You're not going to win about music, no.
But you know,
else?
the thing about music and like the first podcast I did, that's why I kind of wanted to shy away from that because music is real subjective, bro.
It is.
Yeah, like
that's why you got to win debates because I try to find out what your subject is, like what you like, and I know it, so I'm gonna put that against you. I'm gonna use your words too, and it's so hard to debate. It's hard to debate,
bro. I was in the house last night and they was having a discussion about like the best rappers in Augusta or whatever, and like that conversation opened up so many other conversations, and I was just like, bro, this is so subjective. Like none of y'all are right and none of y'all are wrong. Like this is just a crazy question. I mean, a crazy topic.
So, and just on a quick forefront, what do you think about that whole top 5 Augusta rappers debate, or if you could name your top, not your top, but what do you think about that conversation going on? Do you think it matters?
Man, I think it's so subjective that it's so stupid. Like
it is.
I don't even want to sit around with people and have this discussion because first off, we not even like. To me personally, I think how Augusta music goes is literally everybody is in the same circle, the same little bubble. Every once in a while, there's one person that moves to the front. One person. Everybody else is in the same level, same platform. So it's like it's really not even worth talking about. I'll be like, bro, y'all just need to keep working. Then on top of that,
that's true.
Like, I don't even think I ever told my homeboys this. I think I hinted on it, but because a lot of my homeboys do music, but I don't feel like none of the artists in Augusta do what they should be doing. That's my opinion, though.
I could agree.
And
on you talking like as far as Brandon and
yes.
and Torn, not Torn, but you might as well say Torn, something like that, doing clubs or something.
Marketing,
yeah.
branding,
I
everything. I don't feel like I'm doing. I don't feel like I'm doing everything that I should be doing also. And you know, I've been thinking about that and I'm working towards it. Yeah, I feel like I do.
Yeah, okay.
Because on top of that, and I just told somebody this morning, I was like, so I shoot content. I can shoot any kind of content. And the first person that hits me up and understands what I understand about content, that person is going to be straight, bro. Because I'm gonna make sure that they get this the image that I have. Excuse me, that I have. Because if I was an artist, bro, it's no reason why I wouldn't have a thumb drive or any kind of drive with at least 20 edited pictures that I can post on social media at any times, 2 vlogs I can just post out there, and at least 2 music videos in the cut. I would literally like just be sitting around with all my homeboys smoking and drinking or something and be like, man, we should shoot a music video. And I'll call a videographer and like, hey, bro, you'll come and shoot this freestyle video for me for like $100.
Yeah.
Because I would do it if somebody called me like, hey, I just got a quick freestyle I recorded last night. I will say that
I think local rappers here could post more content. I tell them, like, I don't care if you put the phone on your windshield wiper and record yourself rapping. If it's fire, it's fire.
Yeah.
But you got to do it, not even daily, but weekly. Like, something got to be something consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we as podcasters shouldn't be more consistent than the rappers. Like, it's no way. A rap song is 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Podcast is an hour. I shouldn't have more podcasts than you got songs.
Yeah.
Our podcasts go for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. I think I'm on time. I think like 157 tracks.
Bruh. So I'm glad you said that. Really think about that, bruh. Bruh, I put a podcast out a week. I might put like 2-3 videos out a week. You put out what? Like 3 podcasts out a week, and you produce like 3 of them?
Yep.
Bruh, these people do music, and they put a mixtape out a year.
If
maybe
that,
2 of
if
them.
that, and and I think that's just a lack of drive sometimes, especially the ones that got it, that actually got the talent.
Yeah.
They'll start and then stop. I'll be assuming maybe they got a situation they're trying to do. I'm like, okay, I can see it, but then they don't. Nothing happened. I'm like, what's going on? I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. I know for me, I keep money on me. You know, I find my own talent. I don't know. Some rappers get funded, so I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this: when it comes to the top 5 debate and all that stuff, it's real subjective because your top 5, if you had a top 5, and my 5 that I'm picking, is gonna be different, and it's gonna be solely based on who we know. So I can't pick a top. I can pick a top 5 in the music industry because I know a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Quay. I didn't know about a lot of them people that you have on yours until I met you. I don't be in Columbia County at all unless I want to eat something. You know what I'm saying? I want to be somewhere where nobody know me or nobody see me.
Yeah.
So I don't be out there. So I didn't even know that it was like that out there, honestly, until I knew you and I seen, the people you had and they talented. I'm like, okay, they's dope. But I would never pick none of them at first.
Mm-hmm.
Now I like the music, but I never picked them at first because I don't know them.
And that's another thing they don't understand about our platforms. Like, y'all sit there and watch The Breakfast Club every day, and y'all got The Breakfast Club in y'all city.
And it's crazy because even other podcasts they can do. Like I appreciate Sable. He did yours. He did mine. I ain't trying to keep talking about him, but he one of the good people that would do anybody. Did Moles. Didn't talk rap on Moles, but if what he talked about, you can like him more now because you've got another side of him. It's like it's a thing of not being scared or not being fearful of what this person might think or that person might think. Showing every side of you because in today's world. It's really not about the raps half the time. You can rap okay. People know about your life. So you can be the best rapper if you're not living that lifestyle or they can't see what your lifestyle is and like conform to liking your lifestyle. They don't want to hear you anyway. That's why you got Love Hip Hop doing so good. Them rappers on there be trash, but people like him because they get to see their lifestyle. Like he's trash, but then he got 3 girls though.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like you have to literally sell people yourself.
Yeah.
And I understood that when I got into this. I was like, dog, you gotta be transparent on the microphone. People want to know about your life. They want to know what you got going on. Even if it's something simple as you posting an IG story. Like they want to see
every day, like, and that's something easy. Like your phone is on you at all. You got 2 phones right now. I got a phone. Like our phone is on us at all time. Like don't answer that girl like we always do. We ignore them. That's fine.
Yeah.
But put out content like that. That's you have to do that.
But I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to social media, that's something I'm bad at. Like my IG story. And my IG story be hitting. But for some reason, sometimes I'll get into this rut where like I'm filming a vlog and I won't post on IG like all week.
But you know what? I can accept that because you're not posting on your IG because you got some content coming on the way.
Yeah,
they just not doing it.
That's why I wasn't posting when I was in Mexico.
But sometimes you gotta leave room for if you post a video every day, like people make it tired of you at some point. So you do have to take your steps back. And I understand that, but as local talent, I feel like in order to thrive out take that local off the talent name, you got to do that. But also back with top 5, I know when people post them lists. It's all depending on who you work with. So, and I always say that, like, as a director, and you director now, you know what I'm saying? So, if somebody asks you your top 5, not saying that you're going to put a person in your top 5 because you did a video, but you're more likely to remember the people you do videos for than other rappers. So, it makes sense for you to put them in. It's just a business sense. I say, who's top 5? And you done did 5 different artist videos. Only 5. Why wouldn't you pick those 5? Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
it just makes sense.
The people that's putting money in my pocket.
And it's just so when people had that debate, of course it's going to be a problem because a lot of people going to pick the people that they make money with, and that's fine. But just say that. But they'll say like, nah, they just real consistent. What? He put a mixtape out in 2 years. What consistent is that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But people will make up anything.
That ain't consistent at all.
So I always say, in local stuff, it's going to be clicked up anywhere. It's not just Augusta, it's anywhere. But and then you put money in my pocket. Somebody asked me right now, what's some of the top podcasts? I'm gonna say Sit Down with Slams, Mo, Shay Good, because that's what I know. I don't know every podcast. People do hit me up, and I get messages every day, but I don't know their podcast. I know what I listen to and what I can touch. So it's really everything is always gonna be subjective based on your knowledge. Just like back to the whole racist thing. Like if you don't know enough knowledge, you're gonna think that it's one way, but it's probably could be another way. You know what I'm saying? Like the more you know,
You box yourself in.
yeah, you're gonna box. And that's another topic itself. People box themselves in every day. That's about like the content me and you put out, because one week you might get something serious, you might get something funny, you might get something that's just like your Mother's Day podcast. I thought was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was dope. That's something I wasn't expecting from you. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope to hear that. I'm like, okay, that's dope. You talk about your mother all the time, especially to me. You know what I'm saying? So to hear the voice and after now put a picture to that was dope to me. So
and see, that's why I did that, because like just like I did the one by myself, I was like,
that was dope too, though.
You
need to do more like that. That was dope, man.
Yeah, I do it like because I don't even know how I got to this point where I've had a guest literally every week, and it's been like 6 months. I'm like, I don't know how I've been pulling this off, but I think I'm gonna start doing something by myself.
Active.
Yeah, I think I got a guest this weekend too. But I think
I gotta do a pride episode. I wasn't really gonna touch on it, but it's in that. So and we can get back to the actual media thing too. We all topic. I know that, but it's all fine.
You know that's how I shoot.
But I was talking to a guy at my job that probably one of the most manliest people there, like for lifting stuff wise and how he worked. He's gay though, and like we talked, and like it's like he opened up, and I think that's what it is about podcasters and being real good at podcasting, like getting somebody to open up to you in that 2-3 minute time span. Like talking to somebody for 5 minutes, I shouldn't know. Okay, they were suicidal when they was in middle school. Is that I was like, whoa, they say that for the podcast. I need to get you my podcast. He was like, I'll do it. Da. Never had a big hour-long conversation with this man. Worked with him for a little time, but you know what I'm saying? I knew he was gay, but the fact of the matter is, like, I got him to open up. It's 6 a.m, too. Niggas not open up at 6 a.m, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I always feel like we have to have that kind of, like, talent to make somebody feel comfortable. So we talk about having the right content, having the right research.
Bro, I want to touch on that pride conversation a little bit.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, so my birthday is
straight,
June.
by the way.
You said what?
I'm straight, by the way.
Yeah, I'm straighter than straight gets. Like I knew at a young age, I was super straight.
Always like women.
Yeah,
always like women.
Matter of fact, when I was real young, this popped up with these two guys, and I shut my computer off, and I just couldn't turn it back on. For
Slim
months.
got scared.
It scarred me so bad.
Hey,
dog.
you ever seen that commercial
so
with
scared,
Dwayne Wade and Kevin Durant when they wake up to getting blocked? And just be like, ah,
yes,
that's
you.
That was you.
I was scared to turn that computer on, bro. But yeah, bro. So, bro, my birthday is on June 3rd. I don't really trip about my birthday, but it's like certain points in the year that I like. Like I like New Year's and I like my birthday because it's the halfway mark. So it's like New Year's, I always think like, where am I at this year in life? And then my birthday, I'm like, this the halfway part of the year. What have you accomplished? But anyway, let me get to the point. So, bro, my birthday being on June 3rd, I always take a trip on my birthday. My birthday is always the start of Pride. So every time I go somewhere, you see where I'm going with this?
When you go out, you know what I'm saying, thinking.
Bruh, it was real prideful when I just was in Cancun.
That's funny. That is funny.
The worst trip I ever took actually was my best trip because I went with my mom and we just kicked it like the whole week. It was we went to Key West. We was at the airport. There was a lot of guys holding hands. And I was like, dang, Ma. I was like, it's a lot of gay people here. And she was like, you see that too? I thought it was just me. I thought I was tripping. I was like, nah, it's a lot of gay people here. So as soon as we got there, we got off the plane, got to the room, got settled, went to the beach. Nothing but gay people there. I'm talking about gay guys too. They was wearing thongs and everything. But anyway, dog. these pride festivals, bro, I really want someone gay to tell me what's so important about these pride festivals. To me, it looked like Mardi Gras, and it looked like they be doing. Who would want to take their kid to Mardi Gras? Bro, you got 2 little girls. Would you take your 2 little girls to Mardi Gras?
I'm not going to Mardi Gras. We're not even going. No, we're not doing that.
I need somebody to explain to me what's going on with this.
Well,
with this pride
I never been
parades.
to no pride parades.
You've seen videos on social media.
I'm assuming they look kind of weird. You know, it's crazy. But what I will say is, I guess I look at it like the reason why maybe it's celebrating, or I can only assume, and I think that for so long that like being gay or liking same sex, whether lesbian or I don't know the word, I don't want to say the wrong thing, But being that way for so long was looked down upon. Like I always said, like you ain't even see it on TV unless it's one of them deep episodes where they was like, "This is not what you should be doing." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was like a selling point to watch this episode. This might be a gay moment in there. To now, they said this year Mr. Ratburn was gay on Arthur. Like, so now it's marketable. Before it wasn't.
But
cool.
I also think stuff like that is pandering, though.
Me too, but that's why I want to talk to him about, because I want to know, like, for somebody that's been gay and y'all had to go through it and like get bullied. The '90s wasn't no joke. '80s wasn't no joke.
Yeah.
Early 2000s wasn't no joke. I remember people I got seen a kid get his jaw broke, not for bothering nobody, just because he had a gay voice.
But see, that's why I completely understand about what they mean by the proud.
Yeah, being proud. So that's why they
proud.
celebrate, because like
Yeah.
maybe we like, I think every day, every year they're a step closer to being accepted by the world. When it's now where it's marketable, it's promotable, like thanks to people like Nicki Minaj or Lady Gaga, people that fake gated for a long time, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I saw your boobies, you don't like girls, you know, whatever. Or even the girls that fake like girls or really like girls, whatever. Like, it's marketable now to where it's not even looked down upon. You got cartoons saying they're going to make us have, like, they put it out. I think it was a cartoon one time, they put it out that this would be the first kiss with I think male and male kiss. I can't remember what show it was or what cartoon it was. I never watched it, but I remember it being a thing. I'm like, since when do cartoon shows release that in episode 7 they're gonna kiss? Like, you want people to watch the show. It's a selling point. Bro. Yeah, it's like you trying to use this to market. You know what I'm saying?
See,
your own
pandering
thing
goes a little deeper than that. Like, I felt that way when I was watching the Avengers. At the end, like when all the girls like took off and started attacking at the same time, I was like, "Oh my gosh, dog! Like y'all really reaching for this, bro? Like this is, bro. I just want to chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? I came to the movies to chill and have a good time. I didn't come here to see all this. Come on, bro. I didn't need to see that."
That's funny, but I mean, yeah. So
girl power.
Back to your point, yeah. I feel like that. I feel like in the '90s, it's a lot of shows that could have just used that, you know, point, but it wasn't cool back then to have anything that was do with male on male. Women on women always been okay. Be honest with you, you know what I'm saying, but male on no.
Yeah.
Now
women
you got
more
MTV,
accepted.
people kissing on there. I think back in, I remember seeing that in 04, 06. I said, what in the? I said, two dudes kissing. I ain't watched MTV for 2 years. I did a little bit on MTV. I was like, nah, I'm good on that, man.
Yeah.
But now it's like you can't go nowhere without seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you liable to see it, and I think more people are open to it now. So, and when I say pride, I think it's just taking pride in being able to come out now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people like that now. Like now you see somebody gay and you don't even question it. You don't question if they gay.
But see, bro, I feel that.
Seem like a human being.
Why be all out in the open and being over sexual about being gay? Like that's not a fest for you to take a kid.
It's levels to it though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take a kid to I wouldn't take none of my kids to a pride festival, because I wouldn't be celebrating pride. I if it's a pride to be black thing, yeah. I don't know, but the pride we talking about is just strictly, you know, orientation. So mine is considered the norm. So I don't have to celebrate it. It's always, mine's always been accepted.
Bro, I talked about something funny on one of my recent podcast episodes too. I think I named it. What did I name it? The male feminist versus the chauvinistic pig.
Yeah.
My homeboy was banging hard. I had a female topic about women being over sexual, and a lot of people was hitting me up because they didn't know what the hell a pussy hat was, and I was like, bruh, I want y'all to go and research the women marches, bruh. The women be wearing pussy hats, bruh. It's like a pink knitted hat. It's called a pussy hat, bruh.
A pussy hat?
Yes, bruh. I understand being proud for who you are, but come on, dog. Some people just be reaching, bruh. They be reaching, dog. I understand women empowerment. You know, I understand, you know, what women went through, but a pussy hat, bruh. Come on now, dog. You can be a strong, independent woman without wearing a pussy hat.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a stretch. Even wearing that, that's kind of wild. But women gonna be women are wild. Women gonna be women, bro. Like they're gonna be over the top, bro. Like that's women. Like you can't.
And then if we say something about it, they gonna make it our fault every time.
Yeah, see, I get in trouble sometimes when I say stuff because, like, you know, you got women listen to your podcast and you say something they know about them.
Oh,
but like,
most of my viewers are women.
Yeah, I had a woman tell me, you know, the other day, it was like, you know, because, you know, we been cool for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Got a lot of feeling for me. But she was telling me that I'm the reason why she is talking to somebody else or whatever. Like, I pushed her to do that. I'm like, I gave him your number? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what did I,
Yeah, that's
like,
wild.
you know what I'm saying? Like, how did I say, yeah, because I was doing this and doing that, and I'm like, like, I pushed you to do that. I didn't give this man your number. I mean, I don't know how y'all started talking. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't there. I know that much. So I didn't understand that. But you saying that is funny because I recently just asked her, like, you listen to the podcast? She's like, no, why you gonna talk about me? And I said no, but now I am. And it's like I didn't mean to, but when somebody asked me that question, it's like that just triggered me. I'm like, I pushed you to do that. Like, no, that's I pushed. If you say I pushed you away, that's different. And say from that point on, you decided to do something different because you didn't want to fall. But saying I pushed you, I don't know. Like I don't know what answer I said. Like you asked me something like, "Can we go out?" And I said, "No, go out with him." I don't remember doing that. I might have didn't answer the question, but
man, bro,
I pushed you. That's a little stretch, man.
When I was real young, I was like 20 years old, bro. I had met this girl at this community college I was going to.
It ain't gonna work.
Bruh, everything was cool with her, bruh. Everything was perfectly fine. I remember this day like it was yesterday. It was like almost 100 degrees outside. My stupid ass was at the basketball court playing ball in 100-degree weather. My phone rings. I stopped the whole game because I had just met the girl. I liked her, and I was like, man, I gotta get up with her. She might be calling me trying to, today's the day.
Stop the whole game.
Yeah, I stopped the whole game, bro. Middle of the game, I was like, whoop, time out. Bro, I walked up to that phone. I said, hello. Hey, she was like, so I have a question. I was like, what's up? I'm thinking she gonna be like, what you doing tonight? I'm trying to get up with you. Tonight gonna be the night. Bruh, I kid you not. This girl asked me, she said, well, I recently met someone and I don't know how serious you want us to be, but I was just curious if you wanted to take this serious, or if not, then it's okay. I have someone that wants to take it serious, and I just wanted to know if you wanted to be the side nigga, or you wanted to just be my main.
At least she gave that option. That's always
bro. That shit was wild. I was like, what?
Hey man,
that's wild, bro.
It's worse ultimatums, man. Like she could, you know what I'm saying? She could be like, look, man, I ain't rocking with you no more. I'm gonna just pick this guy over you.
Yeah.
At least she gave an ultimatum to stick around.
Bro, so how does that work?
No
Like, if I become the main, he becomes the side, or like, is she feeling her like team out? Is it like franchise mode in 2K?
I feel like I really should just not answer any of these questions, man. If you know what I was going through. Oh boy, I don't know, man. Like women are weird, like.
Bro, that's crazy.
The funny thing, she probably had more feelings for you than she did this guy, but because he has the potential to take. And I'm gonna be honest with you with women, like at first, every guy has the potential to take you seriously. They don't know you. They don't know what limits they can push. They don't know what boundaries is there. They don't know what you're gonna allow, what you're not gonna allow. It's once they start knowing, that's when you know the guy you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's women gonna be women. So, to answer that question, I don't know. Like to me personally, I would just be happy that I got offered the side job. Be honest with you, and not left cold turkey. Not that, cause it depends. You was younger. Being older now, it's women everywhere.
Was I 20? I was either 19 or 20.
At that age, it's still women that like you, but they not old enough to tell you yet. Now you know what I'm saying. I wake up just knowing. I might walk past my woman, I'm like, yeah, she like me.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. It could be some way I breathe. I don't know. I just feel it. But yeah, that's funny though. But
bro, women
that's
are
funny.
Crazy, bro.
That's funny. I gotta ask you this question. So after that, how did that game go?
I already was snapping. That's when I used to hoop my ass off. So I just got done, and no lie, the rest of the game, I just kept talking about it. I was like, I can't believe this bitch just asked me if I want to be a side nigga.
Ain't nothing worse than like getting dumped by somebody you don't really go with.
Yeah,
it just hits you so weird. Like
that's how I felt, bro.
Wait, we had an arrangement. I felt like everything was good, but it's just like,
bro, that's how I felt, dog. Like I literally got dumped by somebody that I wasn't in a relationship with, and I stopped talking to her for a while, and like she just hit me up one random ass day like a couple months later, and I was just like, all right, this got to go where I wanted to go.
I don't mind. I ain't gonna say I mind. Like, this, you can't hit me up. You can't hit me up too later on in the year. It got to be like recently. You got to stay in check because I need to make sure. You know, you ain't trying to like somebody dished you and you coming back to me. I can't be no sucker.
You know what? I feel like that's how they do, dog.
Don't come back. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to do you real good, and I'm not going to ignore you. I'm going to ignore you the rest of the time.
Yeah, I do that too.
And I'm going to act like I really, really like you too. Like, yo, I missed you. I'm going to tear it up,
bruh.
And you're not gonna hear from me again.
Dog. I do that too, bro.
Like that's it. Like you don't. Anytime somebody play me or have done something to me, I'm not that crazy on payback, but I know how to get payback on certain things, and that's one of them. I'm not playing. I'm telling you right now. Come back here. I'm gonna let you come back for a second. I got something for you.
Mm-hmm. Bro, they has crazy. Bro, when I was on Mo podcast, when I was talking about the girl,
shout out to Mo.
Yeah, shout out to Mo, man. Real good podcast, very entertaining. Dog, I was talking about the girl that she told me she had a kid, and she told me she wouldn't date no guys with kids. It's crazy. Like when I told them that on the podcast, they always like, "Oh, I understand that, bro." My brain doesn't even work that way. Like maybe I'm just ignorant as hell, but I don't get that whatsoever. Like, and I'm a very open-minded person.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, women. You talking about ideologies?
Yeah.
They have a whole universe of ideologies that they just go by, and they think that's right because they're women and we're men, so we can't have say so in that. Like it's certain things they feel like it's just women law. We got men law, but we can't say women have to agree with that. I might want to have 5 women. I know a woman ain't gonna like that. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So when women tell me, "Oh, nah, it's a woman thing," I ain't trying to hear that because a lot of things is a man thing, but they don't want to hear that. So I don't know. That gender thing is just we talk about orientation, all that stuff. That gender thing is weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Bro,
the orientation thing not weird. The gender thing, that's crazy. It's weird.
Bro, I had a conversation with someone the other day, and she was telling me, she was like, I didn't really know her like that, but we was just having a conversation, and she was like, you must think I'm really dumb, don't you? And I was like, nah, why you say that? Nah, like, okay, I mean, I did think she was dumb, but I ain't tell her that. I was like, nah, why you say that? Like, why you ask me that? And she was like, because, like, just the answers you give me and, like, the vibe, like, you feel like I'm dumb. Bruh, I'm getting so good at having conversations with people. Like, I'm always in podcast mode, even in my regular life.
Yo, and that's why I think you're doing so well because I can't get out of podcast. I'll be with customers at work, and I'm always in podcast mode, like break room. It's like I just can't get out of it. I'm in Walmart talking to people. I'm like, I never did this before. I never talked to people in Walmart.
Bro, normally, like, especially the young Slim, I just would have told her, like, man, you just dumb as hell, and I would have kept moving. Exactly. No, bro.
I would just insult you and keep
podcast moving. Mode Slim was like, hey, man, I don't think you dumb. I think women just have an extremely high emotional IQ.
That's funny.
And someone like me, I have an extremely low IQ. I was like, but when it comes to like intellect, like I'm very intellectual.
That's a nice underhanded
IQ
compliment.
is low.
That's a nice underhanded compliment. Like, you're not dumb. You're just really smart emotionally. That's funny. Like, but you're not dumb though. But
I mean, you dumb as fuck.
But I'm smart.
But...
That's funny.
Yeah.
You're not smart like me. You're just smart emotionally, and I'm not. So that's what we differ. That's funny. That's amazing, man. Like,
bro, I told her
amazing.
straight up. I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most women, and I will stand on this statement. Most women, 98.5 probably, think a deep, intelligent conversation is something about what do you want in your life emotionally. What do you want in your love life? If you sit and have a conversation with a woman about their love life, about children, about their goals as far as just life in general, they will think you are one of the most intelligent people on the face of this earth.
Yeah, and they, what women think is deep is different from what's really deep sometimes.
Yeah.
The deepest to them is after y'all done, did this, whatever, y'all laying down, they roll over and say, so what made you want to talk to me? Like, that's not a deep conversation, bro. Like,
if you give them a good answer, they'll think you're fine.
Because everybody know what the real answer is. Like, I seen you, but whatever. You could tell them something like, yeah, it was a day, I seen you and if you be detailed, oh, it's all right. I'm telling you right now, you be detailed. You had these, heart socks on, with these forces.
Bro, ain't they so simple, dog? And it's like you can lie.
You could feel them lighting up too, like,
yeah. Yeah. And it's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I keep it real, dog. So I normally when niggas say that, he lying too.
Yeah, I was about to say I wasn't gonna say that, but I was like, yeah, he lying. Okay.
Oh no. I'll tell the truth. I lie to women and the police.
Back to the man laws we talking about.
Yeah. Women and the police, and I tell niggas all the time, bro, you ain't real because you got them tell women the truth. That ain't real. Yeah, you stupid.
I'm trying to tell you. I tried that this year one time, and it backfires.
Yeah, you just got to tell them what they want to hear sometimes, bro. Because, bro, if you tell them the truth, they get mad. If you lie to them, but bro, so I'll be talking to a girl, and I'll be like, so how do you know like if a nigga's like really telling you the truth? Like, I could easily just shoot you a lie.
Yeah.
Like you can ask me what are we, and I can easily just tell you like, oh, we're building something.
Yeah, and I think girls have that thing of hope too. Like they want that anyway. So they ask you, what are we? Like I could say, well, what you want to be? You know what I'm saying? And like I want to. All right, cool, let's do that. Yeah. And they hype, but that don't mean I'm not. I could do something else too. You know what I'm saying? So I could tell to every girl, I'm building something with everybody. I might just be a builder. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I'm not building up with nobody, with everybody.
Bro, they're so simple, dog. I talked about it on the podcast that I put out this week. Because the guy on the podcast was actually married and newly married. And my homeboy, like literally before we started recording, he was talking to me. He was telling me about this conversation he had with his girlfriend, and she finally realized that he doesn't listen to her when she talks, and she hit him with some shit like, if I was Slim, you'll listen to every word. Then he was like, well, Slim is actually my best friend, and we have common interests. Me and you don't. And she got mad as hell, and she was like, y'all gay.
That's funny.
And he was like, no, you're a girl. You just don't get it. And I was like, bruh, I don't think, and I told homie on the podcast that I was like, bruh, I just don't think your girl is supposed to be your best friend. Of course he disagreed.
That's an interesting topic though. Like, should your mate be your best friend? I think, honestly, to be honest with you, I think it sounds good.
I just put that video out on YouTube today.
It sounds amazing. It sounds beautiful. I can say that people I've talked to, we have several best friends and stuff. We might have been at the time for real. But what happens is this. How I like to look at stuff is people like to think negative. I am, because I'm a realist, so negative things happen. If I feel like when we stop, or if you're my best friend, and depending on how we stop, if we really can't be friends after that, we're not really best friends. We're just saying that because we're together, and I don't want that. So I don't know. I can't. How do I find? You could. I mean, it's probably can happen in real life. It probably can happen.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know if it's the right thing to do all the time, because you gonna. I say like this. In my experience, this like this. But the best friend thing is, if your girl is your best friend, are you gonna lose your best friend when you lose your girl as well? You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to lose your girl. You already gonna be sad or whatever it can be after a while. I'm pretty sure. But you lose your girl and your best friend, now what you got? You ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's I don't know. Yeah, I think you need to have some kind of barrier. I need space. That's like being married to somebody you work with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I actually was watching a show. What was it called? NCSI or something with LL Cool J or something.
Yeah, NCIS on it.
Yeah, it just happened to be on the TV, and it was a couple on there and they worked together, and I was like, dog, ain't no way in hell, like, dog, this what girls don't understand, bro. We need our space. They need their space also. Like, you don't want me to like makeup tutorials.
Yeah.
You want to be able to do that on your own. I don't care about you liking sports. I actually had a girl before that I didn't have her, but I met a girl that liked everything I liked, and it was the most awkward shit I ever experienced in my life.
Yeah, always agreeing is kind of trash too. Like, always agreeing is trash. Like having the same common interest.
Bro, no, let me tell you about her, dog. like this was extreme, like on some Twilight Zone shit. Like her favorite basketball player was LeBron. She wasn't one of those girls that didn't know shit about sports and just like was rooting for a team. Like nah, like she knew stats.
She was down to debate.
Everything.
She down to debate,
bruh. She was down, bruh. Like literally, like the first time she came to kick it with me, my homeboy is this real big Kobe Bryant fan, and I'm talking about she got into this heated debate with this nigga and was just eating him alive, bruh. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Losing a sports
debate to a woman is like, it's a nightmare to me.
Yeah, and then she was crushing beers. Like, matter of fact,
she was the homie.
Yeah, bro. We went to college together, and she didn't have no TV in her apartment. So I brought my TV over there. We was watching the game, and we ended up having this conversation like she was my homeboy, bro. And then this the kicker. After we get done, I probably drunk like 5 beers, bro. Shawty drunk about 9. So we get done drinking, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go ahead and dip. You know, I got class in the morning. Bro, you know what Shawty hit me with?
What?
Oh, you ain't trying to kick it?
You the homie. Dap me up,
like, bro, I was like, this is awkward, bro. She was like, you know, you can come to the room with me. And I was like, bro, I felt like I was the girl.
Is she about to smash you?
Yeah, like she was about to smash me, bro. And like, so now, like, ever since then, and bro, my homeboy we seen her recently while we was out, and he was like, shit, there go your boyfriend, Slim. And funny. Like, she know it too. Like, she be saying little slick shit to me. Like, she was like, oh, Slim's scared of me. And I was like, you goddamn right.
I seen a meme today, something today that somebody said they was like, his baby mama turned stud some years ago. So when she come to drop the kid off and she drive out the neighborhood, like all the homies be like, hey, your baby daddy looking for you. You know what I'm saying? Then she had me cry. I'm like, niggas is funny.